Hello everyone, welcome back again. This is Jesse. In today's tutorial, we'll learn about how to open a file and then read the contents of the file in Julia. Okay, so first of all, we have a file called test file and we want to read the content of it. So one of the ways of reading it is to use open. So open, and then the open takes two arguments. The first argument is the name of the file, and then the next argument is the mode. So it can be read, it can be append, it can be write, it can be read and then write, but in this case we're going for the read mode. Okay, so if you want to read it, you have to first of all open the file first. So let's put it inside a string called x, right? And then you're going to open it. So now the file has been opened, test file has been opened, so that we can read. So to read it, there are several ways you can do it. First of all, you can do it like read lines. It's going to read all of them. So say that read all lines of an input and output string or a file as a vector of string. So it's going to read all of them perfectly for us. So then this variable which we have stored it, so that it has opened it perfectly. Hello world, this is Julia, a high level dynamic programming language. So that's one of the ways you can read it. Now if I'm supposed to run this script again, it is going to give me an empty space because it has already been closed. By default, anytime you open a script or you open a file, it is after you have read it, executed the next command, it automatically closes. So if I'm supposed to run it again, it's going to give me an empty space, so 0. So for me to read it well again, I have to first of all open it by running the script again. So let me show you the next method in which you can read. You can also use read line. The read line is going to read the first line of the string, so of the text of the content of this test file. So that said hello world, that is the first of it. So just like this one. Okay, so let's see another way you can also read. Another way you can also read is to use read string. Read string is going to read the whole content of it, so in the form of a string. So if I'm going to go open it again, I have to first of all open the file again and then read it. That has opened the whole content of this inside this format, like a string format. Okay, so these are the basic ways you can also read. There's another way you can also read by putting all of them inside a single one-liner like this. So for the single one-liner, it's going to be like this, like read line. Then you open it, and then you open the file inside it like this, test file.txt, right? And then the mode. So by this same format is going to perfectly read the content of it for you, just like the previous one we did like this. Okay, so that's one. These are some of the ways you can also read. Now let's check another format in which you can also read. One of the ways you can also read is to use this open, like make it in the form of a loop, to loop through it. So use open and then the name of the file, which is test file, and then the mode. As usual, the mode is very important. And then you go with this function, which is an inbuilt function called do. So the do is going to do a function by, it's going to, and then you're going to put the next thing, let's say t or let's say s2. So this do, the purpose of this do is going to do a function, but it's going to open this, the content of this, assign it to this file, and then when you run the next script, it's going to do it. So for I in, let's say, this s2, but there's another inbuilt function which is quite very useful called each line. The each line function is going to create an iterable object just as it is being described there. You're going to bring each and every of the line and then bring it out perfectly for you, and then the name of, and then this variable s2, right? And then you come back with the end, come back with the print line and I, then the end, this end for the for loop, then the next end is for the open itself. So if I'm supposed to run it perfectly, it's going to run it for me. So that's opened it perfectly for me in this format. I can also make it print instead of print line. so that it's going to add them to perfectly for me. There's also another way you can also do it. You can also enumerate it. Instead of using the each line, you can also enumerate the thing so that to bring numbers to it by using this format. Enumerate. Right, enumerate is also quite useful. It's going to bring numbers around it, then each line like this. So if I'm going to run it again, see that that's enumerated it perfectly for me. So one, hello, also, like, see how it has done it. So let me clear it and run it again so that you can see it perfectly. So that it is running it together, like hello world, 1, then 2, and then 3. So that's the purpose of this enumeration. So in case you have a lot of string and you want to automatically enumerate it, usually has an inbuilt function for that, which is called enumerate. So these are the basic concepts about opening and then reading a file. Thank you for watching, and then please don't forget to subscribe. Stay blessed.